Good evening and welcome. My space today on creative industry in the Southeast. I remain your host, Uche Okoye. I'm representing Amaegwu. Creative industry is a platform where we discuss entertainment industry, creative industry from the Southeast, and everything that has to do with creative industry. And we look at the genesis, the beginning of the industry from where we could, and we look at the places they made gains and the places they made losses. We also looked at the positive things that has happened in the industry in the last couple of years. We look at different angles to this very industry, and I want to welcome all of you once more. Last time we postponed it because of election and because the weeks we are very occupied. But today we are, back, all right, to kickstart where we stopped. And today we have a very special guest in our midst. Um, by the time we get into delve into the conversation, we'll be able to unveil the guest. But for now, if you are just joining us for the first time, you are welcome. If you want to know what has been going on, kindly follow the page, Amaegwu. Go through the page, you will see a lot of things that are going on there. And of course, you will agree with me that we have really made a lot of tremendous effort. We have made a lot of tremendous gain as well. We've been able to dissect a lot of issues. We'll be able to look at the historical perspective. We'll be able to look at the things that will make the industry, make headway and of course grow. We have Chuka. Chuka is a music entrepreneur. He's a life coach. He Chuka is a multi-talented music artist himself. He has a background in music producer, and so on and so forth. He has been giving us the breakdown and, of course, the broader perspective in this very topic. Today, we are going to be looking at something quite unique before we bring our guests so that we're able to have interaction with our artists. All right. So stay. If you are just joining, please kindly share this across your TL so that more people can join. Share with your friends. Share with anyone that you think that would need this information. So today we will start by looking at what we have on. Today we are looking at unconventional artists. A lot of people we make labels. We come up with different labels, and we are looking at what we call unconventional artists and how it operates in Nigeria. We're also going to look at the alternative music in Nigeria, how it has been for a couple of years now. So joining me to welcome Chuka.
Good evening, everybody. I'm always happy to be here. It's interesting, and I'm happy to be here again after I missed the last weekend because of the election. I was like, "What's happening today?" And it became clear to me that I'm getting very used to this, and I'm positive that we're making a lot of progress, and it's good to be back here again.
Thank you, Chuka. So today we are going to we have a special guest in our midst. I'll unveil the person, by the time we go into the conversation. But let's look at this very topic, unconventional artists. We have dissected a lot of issues about artists, how to make yourself, how to upgrade yourself, how to upscale yourself as an artist, and of course how you can attract investors or record label as an artist. We have discussed all these things. Now let's look at unconventional artists. What does it mean to be an unconventional artist? And in Nigeria, can you give us a glimpse of that?
Well, well, when you look at the word unconventional, it just means something that is outside the conventional, outside the box, outside the norm, what people would expect, like I wouldn't say extraordinary, but outside the ordinary, outside the regular. Yeah, that's what I believe unconventional is about. So when you're talking about unconventional artists, you're referring to those artists who are not in the generic genres in the music industry. You don't find them, you probably cannot place them in a particular common popular genre. Like in Nigeria, for instance, an unconventional artist would be an artist who doesn't make the kind of music most artists make. Like we know the common common music we make in Africa and Nigeria, like Afrobeat, Afro-pop, hip-hop, rap. Yeah, for me, an unconventional artist comes in two ways. One of them is from the kind of music they make, and second one is how they express themselves. You might also be able to find, like I said earlier, unconventional artists make music that is outside the conventional music, outside the box, what you wouldn't expect. You know, they don't really belong to the path that every other person follow. They follow their own path. They create their own path and just go like that. They usually, sometimes they are seen as eccentric. Sometimes they are seen as just being very unique. And a lot of times they do their work by themselves. Most of the things they do, they have to do it themselves. Sometimes you find them being instrumentalists as well, because it's difficult to create your own path when everybody's going in a particular direction. You understand? That's what I think an unconventional artist is. We have a couple of them who have come around. Okay, over the last 20 years, maybe from 2004, 5, 6, we have people like Asha. We have people like Bears. We have people like Brimo is a very good example of an unconventional artist. You know, he goes out of what you expect. He doesn't do popular music per se. Popular music is where pop music came from. They don't do popular music, means music that everybody is expecting, music that everybody likes. But at some point, people kind of begin to appreciate it. You know, it grows on people if the music is good. That's my definition of an unconventional artist.
Thank you. That was a brilliant submission right there. Of course, we are looking at unconventional. From the name, like you rightly explained, something that is unconventional, something that is not orthodox, and looking at how it has panned out. And most often, they are the one that usually produce what they call alternative music, and you've given a little background to that. Thank you. What is it like, the alternative music? Must you be unconventional before you? What is the difference? What's the disconnect between, what's the connection between the alternative music and the unconventional artist?
Okay, an unconventional artist can actually make music that is not the alternative music. It's just that the way he expresses or she expresses the music might be different. You know, for instance, when people were doing street pop, you know what they call street pop, the kind of music that Timaya and what's the name of the guy, you know. No, not even, I mean, talking about like even before then. Okay. This
African China
guy, Naki Wakako.
That guy that Terry G. Terry G. Yes.
Terry G. Yes. Yeah. In that time, before Terry G came out, everybody was making some kind of Afro pop. When someone like Terry G came out, he was unconventional, but he was still making street pop. But his expression was unconventional. It was crazy. You know, he was eccentric. His expressions were just different, what you don't expect. He doesn't dress like every other person. He doesn't talk like every other person. They call him madman. Do you understand? But because he made it so good, so irresistible, the thing moved from unconventional to conventional over time, because he set an example. A lot of people saw that he became a success and they emulated him, started making their music to reflect something like what he does, even though they weren't expressing themselves like him. They weren't crazy, but they were making certain kind of music that was like his music. So that way, the music was no longer unconventional, but he himself remains unconventional. That's an example.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So let's delve straight to the why we are here. If you joined us earlier, you will hear where I played a very beautiful tune from one of us, Ife. The tune that whenever I play that song almost every day. I feel this type of there's this thing that it makes me feel. The track Blackbird from Ife is something that I would encourage everybody to go and look out for in her projects. I think it's included in her last project, Dark Light. And if you check out the project, you will see a lot of good music from there, like Oh My Love, like Omenani, and so on and so forth. So, but let's bring on board Ife. Good evening. Hi, Ife. Are you there?
Hello, Uche. Good evening.
Wow, beautiful.
Can you hear me?
What a beautiful voice. It's good to have you.
Thank you. Oh my god, this is the first time I'm like having a conversation or hearing you speak.
Are you serious? I am starstruck now. I feel excited to be on the same space with you.
Yeah, same here. Hello everyone. Di ba ekene mo no.
Dalorin.
Okwa Amaegwu kaino
Oh,
there.
Kwame Bukaini.
Ekene.
You're
Ekene.
welcome.
Hello, Amaka.
Chuka. Chuka, thank you. Thank you
Chuka, are
very
you
much. That
here?
was a beautiful contribution right
Chuka, are you
there.
here?
Yeah, I can hear. I can hear
Okay.
her.
All right.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Ife. So let's begin by asking you, who exactly is Ife? How do we know you? How can we know you more?
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Ifechuku Amaka Chinyere. I'm a singer and a songwriter. I'm a native of Oka South local government, Umuawolo in Oka South local government of Anambra State. And I actually recycle the folklore of the Igbo language into contemporary alternative music. So you can call me an alternative high life artist or an Afro-soul artist. My foundation in music is actually built on recreating and using idioms from the Igbo language and the folklores, bringing it back to this generation in a different style. I'm currently the AUCFR champion for the Africa Educator campaign. AUCFR is actually an affiliate of the African Union, and basically what they do is empower young girls and give them a voice, help them find their feet, help them secure better education. And currently I'm the champion for the Girl Child Education campaign. And you can see very well that I am a die-hard advocate for the girl child and also a staunch and a strong advocate for the Igbo language, my mother tongue. Yeah, so
It is
basically
very
that's it
evident
about
in your
me.
work. If anybody here, yeah,
Thank
if anybody
you.
here is in doubt, you could just go and check her last project, Dark Light. You will be blown away. All the things she said here, yeah,
Okay.
it's exactly inside that project. But let's deep a little bit inside who you are. When exactly did you start singing? At what point did you start singing?
Okay, basically, I was born into a family where music was like the order of the day. My parents, both of them were choir directors in the church, so I grew up in a family where music was like a normal
Yeah.
thing. So I was joining them for the choir rehearsals, and that atmosphere kind of built the foundation of music in me. And by the time I was done with secondary school, I knew for sure that I wanted to go study music in the university. So I filled my jam form and wrote it, and I got on the merit list for to study music and performing arts at Nnamdi Azikiwe University. So currently, I'm a graduate from there, and all of that is like the bedrock of me
Now,
being
this
into
is
music.
quite different from what a lot of people have experienced
Wow.
because a lot of people would have an issue with their daughter or their son going to study music in
Oh
university. They
yeah.
would rather have you study law. How did they know that this is
Medicine.
exactly what you want to do? And how did you convince your parents to support you in this line of profession?
Okay, I'll honestly it wasn't easy, but I'm quite stubborn, very, very heady. So when my dad my dad wasn't very, very cool with it at all. And still now he's just like folding his hands and just watching me do my thing. But my mom was always very supportive. My brothers, my elder sister, they were very, very supportive. So even if they were not going to be supportive, I already made up my mind that I was going to study music.
Because
So
it's apparent
yeah.
you actually made the decision way earlier enough, even when you were in the teenage stage. So,
Yeah.
what was the music experience at that stage in
Yeah.
your teenage age? What was your music experience at that time?
Well, I was just like associating myself with anything music. I was in bands, both gospel bands and non-gospel bands. I was listening to a lot of music. I was learning how to play an instrument. I was going to join songwriting classes, lots of things. I was just very, very very, very curious about music, and I wanted to know more. So yeah.
Interesting. That's a very beautiful background you had there. And you made the decision to
Thank you.
delve into music as a profession, even from right from jam. I
Yeah.
mean, you wrote a jam and applied
Yes.
music. That is very unconventional. It's very, very unconventional.
Very seriously, like my teachers who were so worried about me. I was the senior prefect when I was in secondary school. So they were like, why would you, of all courses, like what? Because in my secondary school, we're not even doing music. Like it wasn't like a course, but it was. I just don't know what motivated me or what. But I was just listening, following my heart. And today, honestly, I do not regret it at all that I studied music.
I can tell. So tell us exactly what is your background like? Where did you grow up? For those who may not know.
Oh, I grew up in Onitsha.
So you are Nwotu for
I grew up in
life.
Fege, Onitsha.
Otu ada
Yes,
asenido.
so represents, Cha
Ọ bụrụ na ịbụ
Cha.
nwotu ebe a bucha 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 bucha.
Honestly, she doesn't sound like
Are you
Utu at
serious?
all.
How can you pass
Hey,
sound?
are you
She sounds
serious,
like
Chuka?
she sounds like Enugu.
Okay. You want to claim her now.
That's what they
She I
say,
beg,
though.
don't
But
mind him. You are Nwotu. That is on record.
Truly,
what?
truly, honestly, she sounds very I don't want to say Ajebota, but there's this thing
Hey,
about the way she
Chineke
talks,
Nah, beg.
Nami.
the way she talks,
Chuka,
and
leave that
it
talk.
comes
Are you saying
across.
that we
I'm a
in Anambra we don't have a
Gandhi
Ajibota in
autistic.
Onitsha? Is that what you're saying?
I wonder.
Okay.
My primary school, my secondary
Eminem with the
school, my university, Anambra State. I didn't even step out for one day,
Okay, you see?
wow,
honestly.
wow,
So,
wow.
well, that's
Well,
interesting, really.
Abụ m
that's
onye
a good
obodo Chuka.
representation.
Forget the very tiny voice. Abụ m ezigbo nwa otu.
Tell him, corner and what's here. Because it seems like he's not getting the point. Maybe now we are saying so. If you Nibo, Mwepe, Oma Nimo.
Nde.
All right, let's go further. Let's see how was their environment. How did the environment growing up in Onitsha? You know, it's a very rough place. How did it influence your music?
Hmm. Okay. Actually, growing up in Onitsha, I actually studied in learning field. So I grew up in the heart. I don't know if it's the heart, but Fege. If you know Fege area very well, you would know that it's quite very very Otu like. So it's just
It's
it was just
rugged of the
home.
rugged. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
rugged.
Odumeje area, Abi.
Yes, we actually live in the same estate. Udumeje is very close. My house is very
Wow.
close to Udumeje's. I see him like most of the
Oh
time.
wow.
Yeah,
So he's one
so
of your influences.
yeah,
So
definitely not.
So tell us what and what
He's a good
actually
artist.
influenced your music? Because your music is quite deep. If you
Definitely.
listen to Ife's music, it's very deep, a lot of storytelling, and it's something that has a lot of folklore too. So you may think that
Yeah.
there are so many storytellers in Onitsha when you listen to her music. So that's why I'm asking, how does it really influence your nature, the nature of your music? Because a lot of artists that come from Onitsha, they do popular music, they do all sort of music, but you choose to do this type of music.
Okay.
What made you to choose this particular type of music?
Well, Uche, I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something I liked. And I have a lot of love for literature, for art. I used to write books when I was young, and I intend going back to writing. So I wanted to make something that would be different from what everybody hears about Igbo music. Like, I wanted to create something different. Like, when I'm writing a song and the theme is in Igbo language, I want it to be sweet. I don't want it to be harsh. I want it to be like very deep and mysterious in the depth. And I wanted it to be nice and appealing to the ears of the younger generation. So it just made me push myself a little more. During my final year, I actually did my project topic was on recycling the folklores of the Igbo nation. So all of that was just part of the process in deciding to create this song. And the environment I grew up into, going through a period, coming market or chanja, the environment, the people, the culture. And each time I leave Anambra State and go other places, it just doesn't just, I don't just feel
Doesn't
the
feel like home.
vibes. Yeah, it doesn't feel, it's just there's something amazing about Anambra State, and the entire Igbo nation anyway. The markets,
Absolutely.
the way the people are so industrious, so hardworking, all of that, just it's part of the ingredients that affect my songwriting process. So
Talking
yeah.
about your songwriting, I mean, I'm just, each time I look at your playlist, it's very evident that you're a writer because of the choice of
Yeah.
your title. Everything is very evident.
Titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the particular song that caught my attention is Omenana. Listening to that song,
Oh.
it has a very great message, and you're passing a very great. What's inspired that song, Omenana?
Okay. I was telling you about the research work I did in school for my final year thesis. So Omenana, actually, the theme of that song. Omenana bukweze emekwelu malanya na kwano omenana.
Maybe we should play it a little
Omenana bukweze.
for the listening pleasure
Oh,
of our
beautiful.
audience,
Okay,
so that they
okay,
will
sure.
understand what we are
That would
actually
be
talking
good.
about. Because maybe many of them, I'm sure, have not heard this song. It is something that you
Okay.
must.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes. Yeah. So let's see.
Ifechimalo obodo, Ifechimalo obodo, omenala Igbo anyị mara mma, anyị na-aga. Ifechimalo obodo, Ifechimalo obodo, omenala Igbo anyị mara mma, anyị na-aga. Africa, my homeland, is the land of the rising sun. Some of our people are living in lies and hypocrisy. Africa, my fatherland, is the land of my destiny. Some of our people are living in shame and in slavery. Oh, my people, don't forget that you are black and bold, so stand up for who we are. Rise up for who we are. Oh, my people, don't forget that we are black and strong, so stand up for who we are. Rise up for who we are. Omenala bukweze emekwelu maranya nakwa n'omenala. Omenala emekwelu maranya nakwa n'omenala.
I must say that this is a masterpiece. This is
Thank
an absolute
you.
masterpiece.
I would call this Egwu.
I like.
Chai.
Sounds like the kind of music that it cheers and also put that on like
Yeah.
during the
Yeah.
festival.
I would
That's what
have
feel
finished
like
playing the song, but
listen
if you
to
want
this.
to get every bit of it, just go and stream that song.
Yeah, for
Go
want of
and
time.
stream it. Go
Go
and
and
stream
stream
it so that you
Exactly.
listen and
It's out
understand the
everywhere.
message. So the message is what caught my
Ife,
attention really. You said emekwenu,
I want to ask her a question if you don't
emekwane,
mind.
omenana.
Yes.
What exactly are you trying to tell us there? Maybe you should come out
Nice.
from your mouth again.
Okay. So like I was saying, I actually traveled back to my village at Omoaolo, and I met one of the women leaders, that is very, very, very conversant with the traditional songs of my people. So she sang this song for me. You need to listen to her sing it. It was so raw. right now it's sounding so refined. She sang that thing for me.
Oh yeah.
So I recorded it with my phone. So in the process, I took it back to my lodge in school, and I started playing. I played the chords on my guitar, and I was singing it. From there, I started building it up to Africa, my homeland, is a land of the rising sun. So from there, oh, my people, don't forget that you are black and bold, so stand up for who we are. Then I moved to the theme, which is Emekwelu. So you can tell that there is a complete fusion of traditional high life music with contemporary. I was just trying to like explain the importance of culture, tradition, the beauty of our identity. That's what the song is talking about. And it's just like creating an awareness for the younger generation that is so engrossed
Yeah.
in the pop culture, so engrossed in the
TikTok
foreign culture
culture.
in the world, and they've forgotten their identity, they've forgotten who they are.
Yeah.
So it's just like a call, like a way of me calling back their attention to
Yeah.
the
Hmm.
importance of
Chuka, I wanted to ask her
certain.
something.
Yeah, and she just cut right
Okay.
into it. I was going to ask her, but before then, there's a question that comes from this story she just told. If
Okay.
Do you know who wrote the song? You have any idea who wrote the song?
This is it's just like you're asking me who wrote
I know that was going to be
one
tough
no
for
no
you.
one no no nta, or you're asking me who wrote like there's a song in my album now, Chekeleke. Chekeleke
Mm,
Nyembo Takiwelo. These are songs that are
yeah,
owned by the people. And if you
yeah,
check the younger generation, nobody is singing the songs to them. They are
yes,
all watching Go TV, DSTV. Nobody is really singing Onye Tiri
big
Nwane
time.
Bakwa, Ebwendo. These are the
Yes,
songs we
folk
heard when we were
songs.
growing up. So I'm just trying to immortalize the songs and fuse
Hmm.
them
Modernize
with
them.
the yeah, exactly.
Why I asked that
So
question
that's
is because I think that there is a chance that if
okay.
we ask those questions enough, we'll be able to
Yeah.
trace it. Maybe we won't find out who wrote the song, but we'll find out why the song was written. You know, the story behind the songs, because
Yeah,
culture is embedded in history. You know,
exactly.
and the more we connect with history, the more we understand the
Yes.
meaning of the culture that we uphold.
Yeah,
You know,
born
and
into
the more we
exactly.
appreciate those cultures. Like this song now, I like it. But if I find out, I might try. I'm from Anambra. I might
Please
try to
do.
ask questions. If I find out why it was written, where it came from, the village, all that
Yeah.
surrounding it, it gives it much more meaning to me. I value it a
Okay.
lot more. And I think that is one of the ways that it connects to the people we're trying to reach when we tell
Rich.
the stories
That's
behind the
beautiful.
songs. You
Yeah.
know, that's
It's
why
a
I asked the
beautiful
question. I
idea.
wasn't expecting you to have an answer.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
wasn't
it's a
expecting it
beautiful
because me,
idea.
I don't even have the answers.
Of course,
You know,
I.
the second
Wow,
question I
it's
was
really
going
Okay.
to ask
very
you,
okay. Okay.
second question I was going to ask you is, I learned so many years ago. I would have gone to UNN to study music, but something happened. Anyway,
Really?
that's another story. So I was told that you have to learn at least three instruments before you graduate.
Mm.
So how many instruments do you play?
Okay. I play the guitar. I play the keyboard, and I play the obaka. I don't know if you know the obaka. That's the tone piano,
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the native instrument.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow. So all this put together, combined, to give you the ideas you need for your songs when you're writing. Do you play these instruments when you write, or just the guitar that you play when you write?
A lot. I play the guitar more. A little bit of the ubaka sometimes when I'm writing. The
Okay.
ubaka is a little bit of more advancement because it doesn't have a lot of notes on it, so it
Oh yeah,
limits
yeah,
you, yeah, in your
yeah,
creativity. But the guitar is
yeah.
already very well advanced. Same with the keyboard. So the guitar is more handy because my keyboard, I need lights, I need it's quite heavy. I
Yes,
always
it's
move with my
electronic.
guitar, so yeah, it's very, very
Yeah,
handy.
it's handy.
So most of the songs I write with the guitar first before I even get to the studio. 90%
I
of
would
the time.
imagine you're part of the production process. You
Yeah,
work with your
so my
producer,
producer
like.
doesn't really have to do a lot because I already have everything written down. I play the chords. I give him the
Wow,
foundation so he knows, oh, that's what you want to do. Okay, fine. He does it. Yeah.
wow,
All right.
wow. Uche, you remember what I was telling you
Yes. Yeah,
about
we
music?
actually
This is what
we
it
talked
means to be a
about it
musician.
here. I think it was in the third episode or so. We spoke about how to, to be a music artist and things you need to learn, to upscale your skill, to make you better, to finance
Yeah.
and do better in music industry. We spoke about that. We discussed it exhaustively. So talking about your music, Ife, if listening to your
Yeah.
song, when I listen to your songs, I could get different sound, could get different, genre. Like I could feel that it's a combination of soul, pop, a lot of things, after, high life put together.
Yeah.
But how would you
Yeah.
categorize your sound, or I mean your music? How would you can you box yourself anywhere?
No, I can't
So
really because I'm still experimenting at the moment.
okay,
But one thing that is constant is the fusion of Igbo
Mm,
language and maybe jazz, high life, or soul or R&B. But
mm.
the constant there is the fusion I do with the Igbo language.
yeah, interesting because I when I listen to your song, apart from the folklore, apart from the Igbo language, apart from the message, I discovered that I
Yeah.
get a lot of feels from different places. So
Genres.
who
Yeah.
really inspired you when you were growing up? Who did you listen to that shaped your sound or your
Oh, I listen. Yeah. Okay. The likes of Nelly Uchendu, Onyeka Owenu, Patio Basi. I think these three
any
people
foreigner?
and
Any
more
foreigner?
actually played a very foreigners. Uh, okay. Oh, foreigners. Okay, maybe a little bit. I listen right now. I don't know about when I was growing up, but right now, I listen to a lot of Beyonce because of I like the excellence in her productions and the way her
Do you
vocals are
listen
so
to
strong
Celine
and
Dion?
powerful. Yeah, yeah, selling too.
Okay.
I listen to her, but not as much as
Okay.
I listen to B. I also listen to Alicia. Yeah, Alicia Keys. Now all the names are now like I don't know where they are, but there are lots of people I listen to. Like
I can
Sia. Oh,
imagine.
any
Yeah.
artist that is very good with songwriting, good with melodies, I attach myself to them. Yeah, and Melisande too. Yeah.
Well, interesting.
I was going to
Okay,
say this.
go ahead.
I was going to say, Ife, for the last 4 weeks or so, or 5 weeks now, we've been talking about the process, the making of the artist, the process, the
Okay.
system, the journey of an artist, how this industry works, how artists make it, how artists emerge, and all that. And it sounds like a lot of the things that we talked about, you have already checked them. Like, I find it like
Are you
I
kidding
wish I
me?
was like you when I was coming up. I'm
Wow.
telling you because you seem to have covered all the grounds that you need to cover
She's
in
an
terms of
embodiment of
foundation.
music, everything music, A to Z.
Wow. Wow.
Beyond that,
Wow. I'm
she
so
she
flattered.
has the foundation. Like she comes from music. Her background is music. She got exposed to music early. Her parents like music, so they even give her the support in terms of bringing music into the home. I would imagine they sing at home a lot, and then she got into school, decided to study music formally in one of the best schools to study music in Nigeria. It sounds like there
Yeah.
is someone guiding you all this while. You have like a mentor or someone giving you guide, like go this way, go. Oh, you just figured all these things out by yourself.
I think it's my chi, the invincible
Hmm.
Wow.
being guiding me. And and I'm very, very
Destiny.
good with following my
Oh,
heart.
wow.
Yeah, I think it's destiny calling too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
talking about
Beautiful.
creating music, what is your creative process like?
It's not stereotyped to anything. I could be on the road, see a breastfeeding mother, and
Bathroom?
get my ideas
Do
from
you get
there. I
inspiration from
could
bathroom?
bathroom. Not really. I think I sing more or think more in the bathroom. Not really right. It's usually very, very like strong in the cool of the evenings, rainy evenings. Oh, I have like the best thoughts at that time. So it could be. I'm just very, very attentive to inspiration and know when it's coming or when the music is saying something to me. So I just scribble it down somewhere in my phone or with my jot out my pen, and so I'm just very like very attentive basically. So,
Okay. What was your last project was Dark Light, right? That is a extended play.
yeah,
What was the reception
yeah.
like?
Amazing, very amazing, and currently it's still getting a lot of spins on the platforms. Yeah, so it's progressive.
Okay. Let's delve into the other side of the business now. As an artist, you do not have the smooth ride all the time. You do not have it all figured out. I'm sure there could be one or two obstacles or issues you might have encountered on your way. What are those challenges you might have encountered, as a music artist, especially in the southeast?
There's a number of challenges, gender based, financial constraints, but I'm not very focused on the challenges that I encounter. I don't pay attention to it. I'm more focused on the goal. Challenges are things or obstacles are things you take notice of when your eyes are off the target or
The
off
go.
the goal. So yeah, so I'm always focused on the goal anytime, any day. So it doesn't matter what I face because it's definitely going to occur over and over, even when you get to the top. Yeah, so I'm
Absolutely.
just focused on the goal.
That's inspiring. Okay, Chuka, you wanted to add something?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to ask her more questions about the gender-based challenges. Yeah, I know that you don't focus on the challenge, but sometimes I wonder how the female artists coming from the southeast cope with the system, with the things they have to do, the walls in front of them, the rejection or whatever that happened. Because I've listened to, I didn't know much about this before until I listened to Tiwa Savage on Black Box, and the way she talked about, she emphasized issues that I didn't even notice that female artists have to, grapple with. And I was like, wow, it's really tough for girls out there. So I would like to know more about what you guys deal with that the male artists don't have to deal with, and how you surmount some of these challenges. Because I would like to know, and I think people would like to know as well. But I want to see your perspective to that and how you are navigating your journey as you're meeting all those things. I understand you are all zen, you believe yourself, you always, but I know that sometimes you cry, you sit down and you're like, what is this? What am I going to do? And all that. Everybody faces that. So I would like to know what some of these challenges are relating to female artists.
Okay, I wouldn't know how to like let you in on that, but basically it's I don't. Oh my gosh, it's just a lot of things that want to put you into that situation where you're like trying to avoid a lot of drama. You're trying to avoid, getting your hands into things you don't want to get, like questions on your morality, your standards, and the way you should
Okay.
appear, the way you should look, or a way that is more appealing or like more popular with female artists of nowadays.
Do you feel the
And when you're
expectations
not,
for
yeah,
do you feel the expectations for the guys on the guys are very different from the expectations on you as a female artist?
I think, yeah, because we are of different genders, and women are more, complex, and we are very delicate beings. So, and it's definitely different because men are just, I don't know, they just have to like probably deal with the fact that they have to, get maybe people that will push them, and they don't have to look a certain way anyway. Nobody really cares
Yeah.
about how they look and all
Yeah.
of that. So, especially in the part of dress code, I think
Mm, mm.
it plays out a lot there.
Yeah, it's quite a tough word.
But anyways, I have a very amazing team that actually strengthens me and pushes me and reminds me, okay, of your values, reminds me of where I'm coming from, and they believe in me, and I draw my strength a lot from my teams, a lot. So,
Does this team
and also
include musicians?
musicians. No, it's just no. My team is made up of my manager, my art director, my utility protocol, and just a number of persons that are very very
All right.
Wow,
Ife,
that's some structure.
let's talk more about your work.
committed
You,
to my dreams.
hello,
And
can you hear me? Can you hear
yeah,
me, Ife? Okay. Chuka, please can you mute your mic? So,
I can hear you very
all
clearly.
right.
Yes.
So now, can you tell us, your work was recently featured in, internationally recognized UK songwriting and singing platforms. Can you tell us about that?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I said your work was recently featured on internationally recognized UK songwriting and singing platforms. Did you get what I said?
Oh
So
yeah.
tell us about that.
Oh, that was okay. Oh, that was that was Dark Light actually.
Okay.
It got some nominations. Yeah, for best songwriting, the songwriting category. I just did a submission. That was when I think that light was in 2018, 2019. So I submitted it. I submitted Little Lady and Blackbird. Yeah, so the two of them got nominated for the best songwriting, best in songwriting. So it was just a random submission anyway. It wasn't like anybody, or I just saw it online and I submitted it, and boom. I think I made it to the final stage. Yeah.
All right. All right. That was beautiful. Okay. If you are just joining us, you're welcome to our space. We are talking about creative industry in the Southeast and music edition. We are looking at music industry. And today we have Ife in our midst to discuss about her music, her journey. If you're just joining us, please kindly share the space so that more people can see this and join. If you are not following Amaegwu, kindly follow Amaegwu to get updates on their activities. There are the previous episode we have discussed here are already there in all music platforms. You can check it on Spotify, on YouTube, on AudioMac. In fact, all the music platforms. Go check it out and listen to all the things we've said in the past. So today, if let's go a little bit into your project, your art of work, the Dark Lights. It was a very beautiful song. Every single track on that is amazing. Now, you have a
Thank you.
project. Yeah, you have a project, upcoming project.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So my debut album, Sunset and Paragraphs. Yeah,
Sunset
scheduled to
and
be
paragraphs.
released on.
Sunset and paragraphs. That name
Yeah,
sounds very powerful. Why sunset and paragraphs?
because it actually connotes the entire idea of each and every song on the album. It's like a summation of the general thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had. Yeah, so it was actually I and my art director Onyedika Chikwibidu, Jules, that sat down after we had listened to all the songs on the album. Then we said like, putting our heads together. He would say a word. I'll try to rhyme it. I'll say a word, and he would try to rhyme it. So we kept doing that till we arrived at sunset and paragraph. So
That's
basically,
amazing. That's interesting to know. And from your song title, it looks like a chapters of a book. It feels like you are like
exactly like a
writing a story.
story.
Yes. So I would have asked you earlier.
Exactly.
I would have asked you if you're a writer, but you've already said it that you're a writer. You
Said
write.
that.
You have a writing background, so it's very evident in your work. Now there are many song
Yes.
titles that I saw that I really need to ask you a question on. One of them is Ibokunie. I don't want you to give
Okay.
us everything, details, but it is very, very instructive. We are asking Igbo people to kunie. What exactly are you telling us in that song? Or should we wait till
Okay. Is it
when it
called?
comes out?
No, the name already gave it away. Igbo
Okay.
Kunye, like Igbo's rise, is a call to stand up and unite because we are scattered all over the world. So I believe that Igwe Buike, when we come together and stand, we become more formidable, stronger, and a greater, you know, nation or a set of people, basically.
Powerful. I can't wait to hear that. And there was I think
Thank
you've
you.
released Zello from that project
Yeah.
already. Yes,
Yeah.
it's out already, and it
Yeah.
talks about peace. It talks about abstaining from trouble. What inspired that song really? Because listening to it, it's a message that you are passing a very great message there. What really inspired that song, Zello?
Yeah. You know you can be an individual, mind your business. Nobody just wants to, look for your trouble.
Yeah,
So it's
very,
just like
very,
me
very, very
saying,
often.
yeah, oh, when the name so no, honestly. So just me saying, anybody that wants wahala, I'm ready to give it back to you like a thousandfold. Because personally, I'm a very gentle and quite withdrawn, and I'm like an introvert. So I've had to like deal with people, you know, trying to show that they are so strong and so father and Nuife, and I like peace, so I just let them do their thing, and I just walk away because I don't want to stress. So this time I'm saying that I'm saying it all over again. Onye
Yeah,
nwelu ntị, biko bịa n'ụlọ.
just
Yeah,
like what
because
we
I'm
say
no more
here,
dying in
maka
silence.
ihe o gbalu o, ada ama ama o gbalu o, just like that. I think
Exactly.
it's something similar to
Exactly.
that. You are giving them warning. May they mind their business. May they take their time. If they cross the line,
Exactly.
that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I've listened to that song a couple of times, and I can tell you it's very wonderful. And I expect to have something. It's kind of it gives me a broader perspective of what the album is going to look like, and I'm very
Gonna
optimistic
be.
about that. Yes. So the Zelo, the Ibokunye, that was also very important one that I will never ever try to miss, and that is 1967. Why the name 1967?
Wow. Okay. I'm a student of history, and y'all know what happened in 1967. It's part of our story as a people, the people who fought, our ancestors who fought to defend themselves, or because they were trying to speak up, and all of that. So I was just trying to tell that story in Ifemelo, 1967. Basically, I wanted to tell that story because I don't think I've really heard a song about the Biafran War. I've not really heard a song about the Biafran War. So I just felt, okay, yeah, I want to do a song about the Biafran War, and I want to put it together in a few minutes, straight to the point. I appreciate all the people that died, those that lost their lives, and honor them and remind them that their legacy will always live, and that we'll never ever forget what they did because they wanted to, stand for their own, you know, interests. So basically, that's it.
That was a very powerful explanation right there. And the song, I am very optimistic. The song will live up to the expectation. It's going to encapsulate. Of course, it's already immortalizing the event that happened in 1967. So let it not be like I'm the only one
Yeah.
asking the question. If you are the
Okay.
audience and you want to ask Ife a question, kindly step up. We have NA Books. NA Books, you're welcome.
Thank you. Day one.
Yeah,
Hi
they
everyone.
were.
They will.
Yeah, welcome. We have Ife, the beautiful Ife, the angelic Ife, here in the building. Do you have any question for her?
Yeah, I think she already covered almost everything, but I wanted to ask her about gigs. What is it like? Getting gigs. You called for the normal Afrobeat concerts, or do you have a kind of special, places you're called or invited for gigs?
Okay. Thank you very much, in your books. Basically, it doesn't matter where I'm called to perform, whether it's in a show or an official event. I always go with my team. I go with like maybe a guitarist, even if I'm going to use a DJ because of the nature of the event. I go with a guitarist and I like to go with my beats so that I can sing live because I'm a live performer. I perform more with my band. I'm not really the one time DJ type. So I always go infuse atoms of live music whenever I'm performing. I actually hosted my own concert in 2020 due to the kind of music I wanted to create. So I wanted to like have a documentation of my live performances. So I have like performances from the event that you can actually go and check out on YouTube. So yeah.
Wow, that's nice. So do we have other question? Is that all in the books for now?
I want to ask her another one. Like, if she what Nigerian artists for now would you kind of like to feature? Do you think you favor your own kind of music? You know.
Wow. Okay, that's a tough one. My God, there are so many talented artists in Nigeria. So many. I love a lot of Nigerian artists, from the likes of Brimo to Asha to Flavor to Bliss um to Tiwa to Cavemen. Hey, I can't forget them.
How can you forget them?
I love
That's why I
Cavemen.
asked. That's
I
why
am
I
so
asked.
into them, and right now I have them at the back of my mind.
Are you planning to work with
They're not the
them?
only
Are
ones I have
you
at the back
planning
of
to
my
work with
mind.
any of them?
Of course, I'm very open, very very open to collaborations with them, and I would love to,
Yeah,
and I'll do my part in my
I like
time.
the fact that Nigerian artists are beginning to move away from their shell. You know, the usual boxed conventional music they were known for. They are now going out of their way to dare the devil and do what they want to do, and that's how it should be.
Yeah,
You know, unlike what it used to be
that's
before,
how it
where
should be.
yeah. So, and the
Yeah,
growing audience of people who listen to this specific type of audience are beginning to emerge. For example, cavemen, they are beginning to,
yes,
identify their audience and focusing on their audience. They don't care about the pop, the culture. They don't care about
yeah,
the noise and the popularity. They just focus on their audience, and
yes,
that's how the industry should be, so that we have other people who are in
yes,
other genre. Everybody must not be in Afrobeat or Afropop. So I think I like that.
exactly.
I like that about your sound. So now, talking about your
Thank
audience
you.
and your fans, how has been the relationship with them? How have you been able to create
Oh,
your establish and create your fans or relate with your fans?
Oh, I'm very, very interactive. If you know me very well on Facebook, I'm very, very interactive with my fans on Facebook. Like the Ife tribe community is growing every day and it's very strong. So I just like to engage them online, ask them questions, ask them how they're doing, just these little things you do. And if I happen to bump into anybody on the road, we take pictures, we share a moment. Yeah. So exactly. Also on Twitter too and Instagram, everywhere. I try my best to connect with them on YouTube. I always reply comments, always, reply DMs as much as I can, to ensure that we have that bond.
All right. So when exactly is this project, the sunsets paragraph? When is it dropping exactly?
Oh, next week Friday. I'm tired of saying 19th.
Next
Next
week
week Friday it will
Friday.
be out. Yeah, but we're
Is
gonna have
is
a listening session.
What day is
A vir-
that?
it's
that's
with
on the
Friday?
19th. On
Is it
yeah, on a
Friday?
Friday. Next week Friday.
When is the listening
Yes,
party gonna be, and where is it taking place?
it's happening on my Facebook page at Ife, and it's gonna be an amazing listening session. I'll be performing some of the songs live.
Okay.
On that's It's gonna happen on the 18th. That's Thursday. So we do it by 9 p.m. and then maybe by 12 a.m. the links will be out for those that are awake. They go listening straight up.
All right.
So you
Definitely,
guys, we're
definitely.
about
I'm
to
going to
feast.
tune in. I'm going to tune in. All right.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, that will be all for now. But can you just maybe give us a little bit performance before we let you go? Can you just do something for us?
Okay. Wow. Hmm. Okay, I'll just sing Zello. Those that know. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm just getting my guitar ready. I'm gonna mute a bit so I tune. You don't
Okay. All right.
mind. You know what? I think I'll do Omenana, maybe a live acoustic version.
All
So
right. Go ahead.
because of the
Anything.
fact that
Just
we're doing
anything.
Amaegwu today and it's all about okay. Africa, my homeland, is the land of the rising sun. Some of our people are living, oh, in lies and hypocrisy. Oh, my people, don't forget that we are black and bold to stand up for who we are. Rise up for who we are. Oh, my people, don't forget that we are black and strong to stand up for who we are. Rise up for who we are. Oh, man, and bukwese. Emekwelu malaya na kwa no menani. O menana nyabuese. Emekwelu malaya na kwa no menani. Para pa para. Para pa para. Para pa para. Yeah, para pa para, yeah, para
Para
pa
pa
para,
para.
para
Para
pa
pa
para.
para.
Yeah, oh my people, don't forget that we are black and bold to stand up for who we are.
Who we
Rise up
are.
for who we are. Oh, my people, don't forget that we are black and bold to stand up for who we are. Rise up for who we are. So I say, everybody, rise up, Amaegwu. Rise up, Uche. Rise up, Chuka. Everybody rise up, yeah. Rise up for the people, for the culture, for history. Rise up. Thank you.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so
Wow,
much. Thank you
beautiful,
for honoring our
it's
invitation.
Thank
beautiful,
you very much.
We
beautiful,
we really really appreciate you.
beautiful.
We pray for your success. We pray for you to grow from strength to strength. We can't wait for 19th. We can't wait for the next Friday. It's going to be mad. I'm hopeful. The listening party is going to take place on Thursday, right?
Thank you for having me. I'm so delighted.
Yeah, the listening party will it take place on Thursday? On Thursday before the Friday. Most definitely, most
Exactly.
definitely,
Yeah.
most
Thursday
definitely.
evening by 9.
Okay, okay, I get it now. So, Chuka, what do you have to say? Your final word before we.
If I,
Oh,
I'm a
okay.
little
Can
too
you hear me?
excited to talk about
Yes, we
your
can hear
brand and
you.
your
We
music.
can hear you. We can hear you. Go. Don't worry, we can hear you, Ife. Just go ahead,
Yeah, I'm a
Chuka.
little too excited to talk about. I'm a little too excited to talk. Right? I'm trying to like hold my restrain myself a little bit because when I listen to you sing, um, when I listen to you talk, and I could
Yeah.
actually connect the two very easily. Your mindset is reflected in your music. Like when you're talking, it's clear that this is the singer, this is the person who did that song.
Thank you.
That
Wow.
personality is clearly seen, it's visible, it's felt. And that's part of like we were talking about branding some weeks ago. That your brand is easy to see, it's easy to feel, it's easy to experience, and it
Wow.
sounds like you're a very happy person in spite of the kind of music you make, which is mellow, almost melancholic, but you're you're
Oh.
you're a very happy person. Your personality rubs off on people. From what I can see, I can imagine you with your crowd or with your audience and connecting with them very
Wow.
easily, and having fun. But I just want to say
Yeah.
this. I believe that you already think this way because of how much you have put into yourself and to your music. I see you the way I look at people who make things that um, surpass the status quo, and because of that, I see you as an export product. Forgive my
Yeah.
term, but I see you that way because I believe
I
that
agree.
we live in a global village now. It's no longer just
Yes.
Nigeria. It's no longer just
Yeah.
Onitsha or Southeast. It's a global village, and we have brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers all over the world. And if I was somewhere in Italy or France or Canada listening to your music, I think it will help me connect to home a lot.
Wow.
You know,
It's
and
beautiful.
that's what I see. That's what I hear in your song. It sounds like the kind of song that people would want to hear from anywhere and connect. It brings them home. Like they play it at home, they play it wherever they are and feel like they're home. Why I say that is because you did something with your music that is very, very interesting. Yeah, it falls into alternative music, but it's beyond that. You are able to bring something that is so native, you know, then
Yeah.
using your
Yeah.
beautiful, pure voice to
Yeah.
embellish on it while giving it a
Yeah.
contemporary sound. The way
Yeah.
how you were able to do that, maybe it was only possible because you know music that much or because you have the gift. But I believe there was much more than that. I believe you worked hard for this. I can see that. I can feel that. And I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing. This is going to go far.
Thank
Beyond
you.
going far, this is
Thank
going to
you.
make impacts. This is going to show
Thank you.
people that it's possible to do this. Because
Yeah.
a lot of people get into music and get into contemporary music, get into conventional music because they're afraid to be themselves. They're like,
Yeah.
they want, they're not it now.
As
I go
in
where I know.
Egwu.
I go, and those days I used to
Yeah.
hear it in the studios. We're in the studio. I say, "Na itu they
Yeah.
go and make it Maggie." I said, "The tabu making awful." But that was because they didn't have enough insight, to
Yeah.
see that this is possible, like you do. And look at you now. It's coming out. I don't know how many years you've been recording, but you seem like your trajectory is very good. And on the musical
Thank
side,
you.
I I took my time to listen to your songs a few days ago. Some of the songs I could find, and
Okay.
I listened to Zello. Zello
Uh,
sounds like you have come far. Like you just
really?
upgraded yourself, your music to a
Yeah.
different level. So I can
Level.
imagine
Yeah.
something happened to you between the time that you did the last song before you did Zello.
The
I don't know what happened,
yeah.
but there was an upsurge of the quality of your vocals, the quality of the production, and the quality of the songwriting. It's obvious. It's like it's palpable. I was like, what is this? You know, it's irresistible. People may
Wow.
not appreciate your music like you
Thank
would want
you.
them to now, but the truth is that this kind of
Okay.
thing sticks on people as they hear it. Before you know it, they can't do without it anymore. Because new things
Mm.
are not always embraced
Yeah.
immediately. Sometimes people are not willing to accept something new because
Yeah.
it feels like change. But after some time, they'll be like, oh, this is actually very cool. I love this. It happened to Asha.
Mm.
You know, it happened to Asha in 2007, 8 when she came out. People weren't
Mm.
so eager. But after some time, they just realized that, man, I got to listen to this music. I like this song. I think I like this woman. And it's because she says things they could relate to. And that's exactly what you're doing with your song. Also, the fact that you
Yeah.
relate to us in our language in beautiful
Thank
ways,
you.
you know, with beautiful melody, it's so rich. I feel proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is going to sell.
Yeah.
Not just your music, but your brand as a person is going to sell. And
Thank
probably we'll
you.
have one more global brand. One more global brand. I boast about Chimamanda all the time and
Thank
Flavor
you.
and the likes of them. Maybe very soon or not too long from now, we're going to see you get into that place where
Yeah.
you begin to perform in places that you didn't even dream of. You know, so just keep it going. I know this is just the beginning. There's a lot coming. I know maybe 12 albums in the future. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I am proud of you. I just want to say that.
All right.
And I'm going to
Thank
be
you,
looking forward to
Chuka.
your
Yeah.
album coming up.
Well, Chuka, thank you so much. Oh my God,
Thank
you
you
are
so
so
much.
sweet.
We have
Sweet. Thank you.
yeah, so we have Dave Sam Hart here. Dave Sam Hart, you're welcome, sir. You have been with us from the starting point till now. I'm sure you have one or two things to say. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Can you all hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
Uche,
Debo.
congratulations.
Yes, we have.
This is the first ever space I'm speaking in or even participating in, and that's quite
Wow.
something because the
Wow,
title
wow.
caught my.
Thank you.
So yeah, this is the
Wow.
first time I'm using it. So well done for dragging me in here. And I've listened to everything from the beginning, Chuka's presentation, and then of course the amazing, contribution from Ife. At a point, I was going to ask Uche and Ife
Thank
to
you.
get a room. They just kept going on and on and on, and it's beautiful what you're doing, and everybody has everybody has said it. They've all the accolades and all the commendations and everything. Chuka was waxing poetic at the point. He was emotional about it.
Yeah.
And yes, it's deserving. It's spontaneous, so that
Wow.
tells you that that is the effect that your presentation and your song has had on those who participated in this. And I can only join my voice to theirs to encourage you to keep the path. It's not a very well-worn path. It's a lonely path, but but with determination and the purity of what you are doing, trust me, believe me, it has its adherents and it has its fans. So you will have traffic. Again, I think everyone reiterated that it might not, and we're not saying it will not. The key word is it might not be immediately commercially attractive, but then just stick at it, keep at it, iterate, and just keep tweaking it, and it's definitely something. You are onto something, and just stay the course, stay the path, and I wish you all the best. And Uche, well done for everything you're doing, and thank you guys.
Thank you
Keep the
very
spirit
much.
alive.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Keep the
much.
Thank you.
conversation going.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so much.
Very welcome.
Dalu.
Yes, you guys get the room. Christ.
All I know they finish, you're my brother. Even when you're there, your lane is dragging over. I don't know why it's difficult to understand. That I'm feeling my life in trouble, no one else. So I say it all over again. On your way, I'm safe, copy, I don't know. I'm no more dying in silence, cause you're gonna see my other side. Yes, I'm all cool. Apa ila melona Chuka dia bomba. Ema ifike motanya semoku. Salu. Apa ila melona Chuka dia bomba. This life is no easy. Anything you do, somebody must complain. Again and again. Nobody, no reason, yeah, matter only occupies space. Don't make you use your brain. Imali fike botani ese moku. Zelu. Akwa ila melo ama Chuka dia bomba. Imali fike botani ese moku. Zelu. Akwa ila melo ama Chuka dia bomba.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. We will do this some other time. I thank you, Ife, for joining us. I thank you so much for this, for also joining us for your first. I mean, this is your first time, ever joining a space, and I'm very proud of that. This is a very wonderful way. Chuka, thank you also for also being a very wonderful analyst, supportive, and of course, Chuka, you are not here. Okay, Amaegwu is here. So I thank everyone. So we'll have to, yeah. So we have to call it a day today. We'll convene next Friday. We are going to have more, topic to talk about. So I want to appreciate everyone. Amaegwu, Chuka, are you back?
Yes, I'm
All
here.
right. Give us also kindly give us a vote of thanks so that we can call it a day.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I have been at the background and I enjoyed everything. I want to start by thanking Uche and my namesake Chuka, and then I want to most especially thank Ife. Ife has had me as a fan. I'm talking about me as a person now, or someone
Thank
Tikoka,
you.
for a very long time, right from the very beginning. And it's amazing, just like
From
some
the
other
very
artists,
beginning.
it's amazing, just like some other artists, to see the trajectory that hard work and persistence is taking them to. I want to thank those who joined us, Any Books as always, and they Sam Hart. Thank you for being here. And then a friend of mine who happens to be first manager has been on the space with us, and I don't know
Oh,
if
I
he
would
will
like to
allow
hear him talk,
Ife.
please.
I don't know if you allow Ife to be on another interview if we do not mention that he is here. Kenneth Ife, please, please, we will want to hear from you, Mr. Kels. Please, unmute your mic. No.
Nduba Ekene. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, and you can
Very
make it.
clear, very clear.
No.
Yeah. Nduba Ekene. Good evening, everyone. Koechi has been there for this wonderful, for this beautiful outing. The Egwu a, the ọkwa izi the ọkwa ele. Anyị ga-asị ya nne ma mgba ọtọ ka egwu gị ele. Ị ga na-eyichi arụ gị ọfụma, egwu gị ele, ị na-aga nta. Ekene unu, daalụ nụ.
Dalu.
Daalụ n'ọlụ ị na-alụ. Ọlụ gị amaka.
Okay, I think like he mentioned, and that is what these spaces are meant for. There should be a call, a call for us to support artists like Ife. They are littered everywhere in Southeast Nigeria. there should be a call to support these people because of the reason what goes into producing the kind of songs that they do and producing those songs knowing that it is not what is trending in today's music industry. It takes a lot, and some artists like Ife had mentioned go live to perform on stage, and we know Chuka, we were discussing the other day how expensive it is to go with a live band to perform at any show. So I believe that the support we will give Ife it would be to start by following her, streaming her songs, and spreading the gospel wherever we can. And we have also agreed to do this for as many up and coming, made and accomplished artists from the southeast as we can for. So as we do it for Ife, let's do it for other persons. Dalo Nurine from joining us. I hope you get to be with us again. Ife, we are honored that you honored
Thank
our
you.
invitation. Dalo Rine, Dalo
Oh, it's a
Choka,
pleasure.
Dalo Uche.
Thank you.
Uche, I yield the
Ngwanụ,
mic to you.
alright, ngwanụ nụ ndị be anyị ekene m ụnụ ka ọ dịzienụ mgbe ọzọ. Daalụnụ.
Yeah.
Catch your
Thank you
phone
very
or
much.
catch your phone. Catch your phone.
All right.
Yeah.
So again, let me remind us: if you want to catch everything we've done, kindly go and follow Amaegwu, check all it will be uploaded maybe tomorrow or this evening. This particular episode will be uploaded. So go and follow them and check out other episodes, and of course, support the ministry. Thank you, everyone.
Uche, is it okay for me to mention my handle? I don't
Yeah,
know.
fine.
Your handle, of course, is already here. If music, just mention other platforms too.
Okay, it's Ife_MUSIQ, IFE_MUSIQ on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Then you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at IFE_MUSIQ, Ife Music.
All
Thank you
right.
very
All
much.
right. Thank you so much.
Anticipate Sunsets and Paragraphs
Yeah, of
coming on the
course.
19th.
Of course. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye bye.
Yeah. All right. Good night.
All right.
Catch you folks.
Catch your
Bye-bye.
phone.
Good
Catch
night,
your
y'all.
phone.
Catch your
All
phone.
right.
Yeah.